Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Bog Toys and Collectibles, where today we're going to be unboxing the 1989 Batman DC Multiverse action figure from McFarlane Toys. And I'm very excited to see this guy, especially in his standalone package here. Now, of course, we have seen this same figure released bundled with the 1989 Batmobile, but now here we've got it in the standard multiverse box with a bunch of sweet new accessories and everything like that. So very cool stuff. Of course, we've got on the side here the QR code with some digital stuff. Other side, we've got Batman with Batman 1989 written underneath. And then flipping it around to the back, we've got that nice still image of Batman swooping down from the rafters of the chemical plant, trying to take out Jack Nicholson as Joker. Now, it isn't the first time that we've seen this image on a package from McFarlane. Of course, with the 1989 Wonder-One cowl, we got this gargantuan-sized version of that same picture with a nice kind of spot varnish on it. But yeah, it definitely has more of a presence and a kind of effect seeing Batman at this scale. But either way, it's cool that they've reused that on this box here, because I definitely do like that image a lot. But yeah, without any further ado, I'd like to just crack this baby open, get him out of the package, unleash him into the world. So let's get our trusty bat knife, and we'll get down to business here. Here we go. Alright, so here we go. We got Batman out of the package, ready to be inspected. Really great job. Of course, he comes in the 1/10 scale, or 7-inch scale, with 22 points of Ultra-Articulation, as McFarlane is known for, and all kinds of accessories to go through as well. But first of all, let's take a look at some of those articulation points and see how well you'll be able to pose this guy. So starting off with the neck joint, he does have a ball style joint, so it can be tilted from side to side, up and down, and a full 360 around. The shoulder joints, you can get them up about that high for a T-pose, and we're going to need that when we spread the wings out a little bit later. We'll get into that when we touch on the accessories. Now he also has a bicep cut, so you'll be able to swivel the biceps around. The elbows do have a double jointed style of articulation with pins in them, visible pins. I know there's a lot of haters of pinned joint articulation, especially since Marvel Legends has kind of done away with those for a while now. But McFarlane is going strong with the pins still, so who knows if they'll ever modify that. Anyway, let's move right down to the wrists here. So the wrists, you'll be able to swivel and tilt those as well. It's got a bit of an ab crunch. Not a ton of motion on it, but you will be able to get a bit of side to side and up and down motion with the abs. Now the waist does have a twist on it as well. You'll be able to do full 360 waist twist. The legs, you can split them pretty much a full Jean-Claude Van Damme truck position. So that's good there. And then as far as a kick, you'll be able to get this leg up about to a 90-degree angle. And then not too far in the back. Of course, the diaper or the trunks might get in the way of that. And then the knee joint, also double jointed, pinned articulation there. The ankles do have the swivel and a tilt. And last but not least, the toes. Nice range of motion on the toes. You'll be able to get them full toe up on there. So, yeah, definitely going to be able to get him any position that you'll need to pose him for your collection. Put him on the shelf. As far as the sculpt goes, they haven't missed any details at all. You know, this is pretty much perfect in my opinion. They've captured everything from the cowl details all the way down to the Nike shoes, of course, that were modified for use in the film. I believe they're like black Air Force Ones that they kind of added a lace cover to, and yeah, a few other modifications, but yeah, you can tell that those are just Nike shoes, but they look perfect. The utility belt looks awesome. I mean, maybe it would have been cool if we could have clipped on some of the accessories to the utility belt, but you know, McFarlane's not exactly known for action features so much as just for appearances. But yeah, the sculpt is awesome. Let's get a nice close-up of the head sculpt there. And there he is, Michael Keaton. You can definitely tell it's him. Might have been cool if we could have got a couple extra heads to put on here. But either way, if this is the only head we got, I'm cool with that. You know, his chin and the lips, everything looks perfect, just as it should. The eye shadow under the mask, which of course he would have had to wear to get that look, looks beautiful. You know, digital paint on the face looks great. I mean, there's slight little layers that you can see from the 3D print of the original sculpt, I guess. But, you know, maybe they could have sanded it down a little bit more, but that's kind of microscopic and can't even hardly see that. But yeah, as far as accessories go, let's get into some of those accessories here, because there's a lot to go through. Starting off with my personal favorite, the grapnel launcher. So here we go. Hopefully we can get some focus on that. Yeah, it has a nice kind of paint detail on the gold hook on the front there. So very nicely done there. Would have been cool if maybe that could have came out or something. But either way, I'm cool with that. Another accessory here, the Batarang, which looks great. Lots of detail on that. Lots of line work. Fits nicely into one of the hands that he comes with. Yeah, you get these ones with kind of the grabber hands with the thumb sticking out a little bit. So those are handy for holding some of the accessories. Hopefully I can get some focus on that. We've got a open hand style of accessory here. So that'll be good for, you know, slapping or whatever he needs to do. Slapping Robin, like the meme or the that famous image on the internet. We do get two closed fist hands for all of his punching needs. You know, you get those kapow, blam effects on the screen. Now here's the tiniest of the accessories. There's a little, I don't know if it's like a communicator or remote control or something. I believe that's what he uses in the film when he calls the Batmobile over. But kind of hard to pick that up on the screen, but it does have a nice silver paint application on that. We get two, not one, but two of these little ninja stars, or ninja wheels as they call it. So those are pretty nicely done. And then we do get these rods here that he kind of can hold, and you can put those into the cape to give him a spread wing kind of effect. I guess we'll get more into that a little bit later. But they're definitely tricky to get into the hand. It took me a lot of work to kind of get it in there. So, yeah, we'll touch on that in just a second here. And then last but not least, we do get this card that goes with it with some information on the back. Real name, Bruce Wayne. Having witnessed his parents' brutal murder as a child, millionaire philanthropist Bruce Wayne fights crime in Gotham City disguised as Batman, a costumed hero who strikes fear into the hearts of villains. But when a deformed madman who calls himself the Joker seizes control of Gotham City's criminal underworld, Batman must face his most ruthless nemesis ever, while protecting both his identity and his love interest, reporter VICKI VALE. So yeah, who knows if we'll ever get a VICKI VALE action figure. That'd be kind of cool to go along with this. But either way, lots of cool accessories there. Maybe I'll try to real quickly get these into the cape so we can do the spread wing effect here. So we're going to have to remove one of the hands. And the cape does have these little tiny pockets that are sewn into it that you can kind of insert the rod into that and then pop the hand into place. So that's one side there. And then let's do the other. Not sure why they didn't go with the wires for this one. You know, it might have had the same effect without having to go through all this work. But definitely cool that we can still achieve the spread wing effect here. Not without a little bit of trouble. But yeah, I think we got it here. Whoops, I got the hand upside down. Alright, so let's pop that up. Boom, there we go. Full spread wing Batman. He is ready to swoop down. Okay. But yeah, definitely cool to have that effect there. I'm really glad they included the rods and, you know, put those pockets in there so that you can achieve this. Having a bit of trouble with the stand here, but there we go. Yeah, so definitely cool. Maybe let's do a quick comparison. I know we did do a other unboxing video of the 1978 McFarlane Superman, Christopher Reeve here. So, I mean, one can only imagine what could have been back in the 80s if we got a film, say, Batman versus Superman with these two guys. You know, it might have gone something like, "Well, here I am. Bruce, please. I was wrong. You have to listen to me." "I don't have to listen to you." "Well, at least I can fly." "Oh yeah, well I can fly too." Something like that. I mean, it probably would have been a lot cooler, but one can imagine, you know, what may have been in the 80s if Michael Keaton and Christopher Reeve teamed up. Now, I've also got my original Toy Biz Batman here. So we've come a long way, of course, since the original release here. I did like the action feature on this one, where you could pull out his utility belt and, you know, he could fly up to the top of the buildings or whatnot. And I kind of like the material better on the Toy Biz one too than this kind of polyester vinyl type of material. But either way, I'm pretty excited that we've got this more detailed version. Of course, not much of a likeness of Michael Keaton with the original one. I know the Toy Biz one, there was about 4 different variants with different shapes of heads and sizes and everything. But this is the one that I personally had, kind of the rounded face version. But yeah, either way, super cool to see this guy here. Price point wise, they are retail prices around $30 Canadian. You could probably find a better deal than that though. I guess prices are kind of going up a little bit with the toys these days though, so you never know what you're going to expect. Might as well get it as quick as you can before, you know, prices raise any further. But if you ever wonder where Batman does get all those wonderful toys, well, he goes to thebog.com, of course, so feel free to check it out there, and we do have this guy in stock currently. But yeah, I think that's about it for the show this week. I do appreciate everybody tuning in, and until next time, if you gotta go with a smile. All right, thanks again, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you again.